Alright guys, what's up? It's Cody here. My last video on how to get better at sniping did very well, so I'm going to make this a series. This episode we're going to be going over how to improve your aim and be able to hit nice shots and sniping clips like these.
This clown.
I know I am a clown, to be honest.
Nah, not you.
I don't care. I'm still a clown.
Cody, quit stealing my kills. I have a VTOL out for a reason.
Oh my god!
Say!
He's nice.
This dude's actually hacking, bro. I'm not joking.
Alright, first things first, if we hit 10 likes, I'll release part 3 on how to get better at sniping, so hit the like button and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. Let's get into the video. Alright, so first things first, we're going to go over centering. So what you want to do is go into a private match game, game setup, just do like a free-for-all game, put the time to unlimited so that way you have as much time as you need or want to practice. No bots, oops, no bots, and then start at the match. I'll see you guys in the match. Alright, so first things first, once you guys get into the game, choose it doesn't have to be a sniping class, but I mean, we're learning how to snipe, so why not? Alright, now what you're going to want to do is go to your settings, go to options, and choose the sensitivity you want to get used to. So for me, I want to get used to 16. You should have your dead zone and everything figured out. If you don't know what that is, look at my last video. I'll put a little info thing on screen right now. You can go click on that, watch that video real quick, and then come back to this one. So once you have your sensitivity that you want to start learning, what you want to do is go into a map like Speedball. Something you can do this literally on any map. Just find a fixed target. You could use this. I mean, preferably you want to have something that has like a little bit of space. So I'm going to be using this orange circle here on this little target. So what you're going to want to do is, obviously, once you have that sensitivity selected, find that point, and now go to that point, back up from it a little bit, and the little white dot in the center of my screen, I want to try to keep that on this orange dot as best I can as I'm strafing right and left, left and right, whatever. You're going to want to do it both ways so you get that muscle memory for it. So you're just going to do it just like this. Try to go as fast as you can, and just try to keep your dot on that as best as you can. This way you can get used to how long it takes you to turn with your sensitivity, everything like that. So once you do this for a little while, you're going to start being able to do it better and better. I've already been doing this a little bit. So as you can see, I'm not too bad at keeping it on. You can go up closer, so you have to do it quicker. You can go farther away, so you have to do it slower. Just mess around with this, and eventually you'll get it down as best you can. And we'll move on to part 2 now. So with centering, what you're going to want to do is, like, let's say we're playing gunfight, right? If you've never played gunfight, a very common thing is you spawn over here and there's someone that wants to be on that head glitch, like back behind these barrels, but over there. So what you're going to want to do is practice going to common spots. You can do this in public match as well. That way you actually like get used to it. You can do it in private match. It's just up to you. So what I'm going to want to do is, as I'm running over here, I'm already going to want to have my little dot in the center of my crosshairs already on where that person is normally going to be, So as I'm coming around, I'm already going to be aiming kind of just in that general area. So get used to this. What a lot of people will do is they'll do like this and then try to bring it over. You want to have if you're not playing claw, you want to have your aim there already. So I would say like already be aiming where it's going to be, if that makes sense. And the more you do it, it's going to become a subconscious thing. You won't really ever have to think about it. It'll just come naturally. Like I do this all the time, and you don't even realize you do it. It's just second nature. So just get used to that, and look how my crosshairs are already on that. Another thing a lot of people do is, let's say someone is, I don't know, let's say they're on this head glitch right here, so they're trying to kill you, and you're going to be coming around the corner, and you're not even aimed there. when is, like, very rarely is someone going to be right here, but they're more than likely going to be right here. So already be checking those spots as you come around, and then if you need to, you can quickly come over. You're going to have a better chance of surviving and winning that gunfight if you're already aiming in on a spot that people are normally at. Granted, they're not going to be there all the time, obviously, but it's best to be there already, because if they are, who knows, you might have to jump on them if they're not paying attention. So that's all I really have for centering. Just get used to it, mess around with different sensitivities, find what works for you, and you'll slowly get better with it. And it's like a whole subconscious thing. You won't even have to think about it. So next we're going to go over actually practicing against bots and getting your flicks and your aim on and actually putting your sensitivity to work. Alright, I'm going to show you guys the best game mode that you can use to actually train your aim against bots. You can do this with friends if you want to, so you can both work on your aim. But just go into a private match like we already were. Go to game setup. You're going to want to select free for all. I already have a game mode. I just called it warm up because this is what I typically do when I get on. So select that. Game rules. Time limit unlimited. Score limit, you can set this to whatever you want. I either do 100 or 200 depending on how long I want to be in the game for. Match start time doesn't matter. I don't know, 15. Advanced, you don't change anything. Player, you don't change anything. If you want to, you can bump this up. There's two ways to do this. You can bump the health up, so you have to try to go for headshots more. You don't have to. It's just a thing you could do. Now team, I like to do final kill cam because I like to trick shot, even though I'm not very good at it on this game. Radar always on. Constant, you don't have to do this. It's just a personal preference. Gameplay, the only thing I take off is kill streaks. You won't be able to get nukes if that, I don't know, if you really were wanting to. And another thing you could do is headshots only. This is if you're a little crackhead and you're like really feeling like training your aim, but most of the time I don't have this on. Every now and then I'll turn it on just because, but you don't have to. You can. It's all personal preference. And then next you're going to want to go to bot setup. You can do as many or as little bots as you want. I don't like to do all of them all the time. So for this I'm just going to do 7. When you're starting out and getting used to this, especially with a new sniper that you don't normally use, you're going to want to go on recruit difficulty and then eventually start bumping it up and try to go to veteran. Veteran bots are crackheads in this game. I don't know why. They will literally drop shot you. But once you get up to veteran, you'll be able to practice your flicks more, be able to predict more of what normal people would do. But again, just start on recruit, get used to your sniper. Alright, so now that you're in the game with the bots, keep the sensitivity that you were practicing centering on, and now try applying centering and pre-aiming to your game now. So what you're going to want to do is literally just that, just apply it, practice how long it takes you to aim in with whatever sniper you're using. You can use a new sniper that you're trying to get used to, or you can use one that you're already getting used to that you want to use that day to get warmed up with. Try to aim for the head as much as you can. That way you just get used to aiming for the head automatically. Sometimes it's not a good thing with snipers just because of the flinch. I recommend having focus when you're actually like going against bots, or especially in public matches where people will laser you. Focus honestly feels like it doesn't help that much, but it definitely does. So it's a good perk to have. Someone else asked me that in a few comments a couple videos back. So yeah, I highly recommend focus. Keeps your aim more on whoever you're trying to kill. Don't get discouraged if you're missing a lot of shots with your new sensitivity. Just keep using it against bots. Eventually it'll start to come natural. You'll learn how much you need to move your sticks just to be able to be on that target. I recommend playing like 1 to 3 of these games, if not more, before you actually go into public match. You don't have to, but it does get you warmed up. Just practice like flicking around, and eventually you'll start hitting them more and more against bots and actual people. If there's any questions you guys have, just be sure to comment down below what that question is, and I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability.
Spend your life searching for more.